EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we close out Week 7 with a good Monday night matchup between the Atlanta Falcons and the Los Angeles Rams. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
56, the mark, boys. 56. Check 56. Mike 56, Mike.
Back to throw. Brewer. He'll get this one complete to Atwell. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing to start the drive. Bolden. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Jalen Phillips. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Bolden. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a
different story.
long night.
So, Charles, you look at this offense. What a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. KJ Hamler, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
7, Rams nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they sit now at 500 on the year. And, Charles, this was a team that really looked lost in that first month or so. There he goes, right side. Past the 20. Touchdown, L.A. I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field. But to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
And on the next-gen stats, CD, we see he traveled better than 50 yards after the catch. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Kevin Byard up to make the tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Bolden. And he'll find Hall. Touchdown! A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1 play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to let it go again. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for L.A. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. Touchdown, Rams! Jacob Harris with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
down at the 23-yard line. An 8-yard pickup. And the Falcons.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 14-14.
Throwing on first down. Bolden. Forced out to his left. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons have broken our tie. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14.
21. Rams 14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll just take a seat in the driver to get at the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On the give, this is Akers. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guess.
Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
First down, Atlanta.
On first down, Bolden. And his throw here's incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Chubb will have the first down and much more. And down to the 19-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 41. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
56, right there, 56.
From the gun, Brewer. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Brewer. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? On 1st and 10, Bolden. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Rams 14. Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's 2nd and 10.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. 56.
Throwing again. Brewer. His throw incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The Rams on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Brewer. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big connection on that one. 35 yards.
Championships, baby.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And this one is incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Mike 56, Mike 56. You're not ready. Hey, smash. 56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. Check Mike, check Mike. 56, Mike. 50.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21, 30, the 20, 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time, decent field position through the pick six, obviously costly.
But they can't afford.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Bolden. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Rams are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Well, yeah, this offense has had their way for the most part here in this first half, but that time, maybe they got a little greedy.
Well, it is hard to blame them, isn't it? Because like they said back in the 1980s, greed can be good. Stick with what's been working. But that time, I think he got a little bit too much air under that one, and it turned into a turnover that was much needed by that defense.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Brewer. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down. Brewer. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Richie Grant. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 14-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And all the way down to the 9. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 4-yard line.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Operating from the gun. Brewer. This is caught. Touchdown. Jacob Harris in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A final shot before break. Bolden. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to our EA studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they've got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
On first down, Bolden. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 34-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making
touchdown Falcons. KJ Hamler with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
49, Rams 21.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Would it be Frank Cini? This is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A give running right is Chubb. Escaping a tackler at the 25. And room there to work it inside the 25.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Chubb on the counter. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Powers through him. And they'll get this down to the 10. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Chubb. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Mike 9, Mike 19 light.
Looking to throw. Bolden. He's got it. Touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons add on. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will extend this big lead.
56, Rams 21.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
19-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Focus, defense, focus.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 2nd down, here's Chubb again. Fighting through. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 101 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Go.
And they take a knee. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And they will take a knee here.
Ready? Watch 84. Watch 84. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Like that. Hey. We got to seal. We got to seal. Coming.
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
first play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Just like that. Everyone, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. You must go.
Going right back to Akers. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
The Rams on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Back to throw. Brewer. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll run on 1st down. Akers. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Looking to throw. Brewer. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 54 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Off the option, here's Akers. Powerful running. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Gay is on for the point after. And that'll cut the lead down to 28.
That's the score. Falcons 56. Rams 20.
kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shouldering the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Atlanta, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.